Hi guys and welcome back. So today is my May favourites, as you probably read in the title, and it's so strange to think that half of the year is almost gone and tomorrow is going to be June. It's just so strange, but I'm pretty excited for summer and it's not far away now. But I have a couple of favourites to talk about. There's a lot of lip products and a fair amount of makeup really. And a lot of music, so I'm just going to get started. My first favourite is the L'Oreal True Match foundation in the shade Rose Ivory. I have used this almost every single day through the month of May, and it is my favourite foundation of all the foundations I've ever tried. And I really like it. It's a perfect match for my skin as well, which is really lovely, and it's very easy to blend and it applies really nicely and it has really nice coverage. My next favourite is the Artdeco Perfect Teint Concealer, and I have it in the shade number 3. And this is one of those twist up or clicky pen, don't really see that pen with the pencil sort of shade at the end there. And it's a really lovely shade. It's got a bit of a sort of peachy colour to it, which makes it really nice to apply underneath the eyes because it takes out the blue. It's also very lightweight and very thin, which is amazing, and this is also, it's a little bit dark, but I absolutely love it. My next favourite is an eyeshadow, and this is the eyeshadow from Mary Kay called Sienna, and it's a matte, dark, warm brown. And you probably recognise this if you saw my last video, which was my Ginny Weasley tutorial, because I used it in that video. But I've also used this quite a lot through the last month because I think it's just really easy to just put on the lid and you have a one shadow look, and it doesn't take a lot of time. It's very pigmented and really nice, so it's just, you don't need a lot of it. And it just blends super easily, so I really like that. My next favourite is a powder, and this is the e.l.f. Mineral Booster in Sheer. I use this to set a foundation and concealer underneath my eyes, and it's really lovely. It's a tad bit dark for me to use on my skin all over my face, but it works underneath my eyes. And it's really lightweight and really thin and just feels absolutely amazing. It makes the skin feel so smooth and I just love it. My next favourite is a perfume, and this is the Chanel Coco Mademoiselle perfume, and I love this. It smells really nice. I can't describe smells at all, so I can't really tell you what it smells like, but it's really nice, kind of sweet and florally, but not super sweet kind of thing, and I just think it smells amazing. My next favourite is the first of the 4 lip colours that I have to show you, and this is MAC's lipstick, and the shade is Fanfare, and it's just a really nice sort of neutral pink shade, and it looks really lovely on the lips. It glides on super smoothly and it's just really pretty. I don't know if you can see it right there. And it's just, it looks amazing and it feels so nice and moisturising on the lips, and it's not drying at all. So I really like this one. My next favourite lipstick is a Topshop one, and this is one of their sheer formulas, and this is in the colour Chuck, which is sort of a berry looking shade, and it's the one on the bottom there, and it's the one that I'm wearing on my lips today. It's a really gorgeous shade. It's super moisturising, it feels like. It's not drying at all, it glides on really nicely, and it's really pigmented for being a sheer lipstick. It's a sort of dark berry kind of tone. I don't know how well that picks up on the camera because I'm sitting in front of the window, but it's really lovely and it just looks amazing. My next lip colours are 2 lip balms, and these are both from the Maybelline Baby Lips. I have one from the regular line, and that's in the shade Cherry Me, which is just a really nice sort of red, vibrant sort of cherry kind of colour. And it's really sheer as well, which is really nice to just apply onto the lips to give them sort of a reddish tint. So I have been using that a lot. And the other one is from the Baby Lips Electro line. And this is more of a sort of neon-y pinkish, I don't know, coral kind of colour. It's called Strike a Rose, and this has got a bit more colour to it, I feel. I don't know how well you can see that, how well it picks up. It's the one right there. But it's really, really lovely. It's a pinky, yeah, it's very pink kind of shade, and it's really, really pretty on the lips. I'm not a big sort of pink lips kind of person because I just think it washes me out because I'm quite pale. But this one is really nice because it's not sort of bright pink in your face. It's sort of a muted bright pink, which is, I think it makes it a lot easier to wear, and I just really like the way it feels on the lips. My next favourite is the e.l.f. Small Stipple brush, and I have been using this as my foundation brush this past month, and I think it's amazing. It's pretty dirty because I haven't cleaned it yet, and I probably should. But yeah, I think it's amazing for applying foundation. It's really sort of lightweight, it doesn't add a lot of pressure to it because it's a duo fibre brush. But it just blends foundation in really nicely, and it leaves such a natural looking finish. I just think it's great. My next favourite is a song, and it is Bad Blood by Taylor Swift. I saw the music video for this and I fell in love. It is absolutely amazing. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you should check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. But it was absolutely phenomenal. I think Taylor Swift has grown in such a good way with the music because she's changed into more of sort of a pop vibe now from, you know, she used to do a lot of country before, but I think she's grown that way so well, it just suits her, because I think she does it amazingly, so I really like that one. My next favourite is also a song, and this is Casey Musgrave's song called Biscuits. I really like the meaning behind it, I like the sound of the song, I just think it's brilliant. And I think if you are into sort of country, you should check it out. I'll also leave it in the description below because I think it's amazing. So I have really listened a lot to that lately and I just love it. My next favourite is also a song. There's 4 of them, so I have 2 more left to talk about. And this is Leona Lewis's new song called Fire Under My Feet. And I love Leona Lewis. I think she's phenomenal. And this song is one of the best songs I think she has done. It has such a lovely meaning behind it and she sings it absolutely beautifully. The video is also just gorgeous. So I really want all of you to check it out because I think it's great. It's really sort of like a sort of feel-good kind of song, and it gives me inspiration, you know, it makes me want to be me and makes me want to, you know, be good. So I think it's brilliant. My next favourite is also a song, and this is called The Wolf, and it's by Mumford & Sons. I first heard this on the radio and I fell in love instantly, and I have listened to this so much over the last month that it's insane. I just think it's amazing. My next favourite is a movie, and it's Tomorrowland, A World Beyond. I went to the cinemas to see this one and I loved it. I hadn't watched the trailer or anything before I went to see it, and I didn't know anything about the movie at all really, so I didn't have expectations for it. I knew it was a Disney film, so that's sort of, I was hoping that it was going to be good, but I had no idea what the movie was about, and I was blown away because I thought it was fantastic. I felt really inspired when it was, you know, when I had seen it and it was done, and I was walking out of the cinemas and I was just like, wow, that's a really good film. It made me want to be a better person. And you know, it's a fantastic movie because it was very inspiring, it was very happy, but it wasn't overly happy, you know, it wasn't one of those, you know, Disney movies where everything ends well, you know, and they lived happily ever after. It had hope, it had a hopeful ending, you know, where it didn't end miserably like it could have. That's sort of the thing with the Disney movies, they never really end miserably, do they? But it was just great. And I loved the main character, Casey Newton, because I think she was just what a main character should be in those kinds of movies. Because she was a rebellious teenager, but she was a dreamer and she wanted to change the world. And she did, in a way. And I think it was amazing. And I don't really know what to say about the movie without, you know, spoiling it completely. But it was amazing, and it was eye-opening because a lot of the sort of villainous things about this movie are things that we struggle with in this world, like hunger epidemics, obesity epidemics as well, both at the same time, which is a bit odd, floods, drought, and it was just very sort of eye-opening that, you know, this can happen. and sort of what can we do to change it. And Casey was that person who wanted to change, wanted to, you know, make a change and make a difference. And I think the movie showed that one person can change the world, and I do believe that a person can change the world. I think that's how the world changes, because it needs one person willing to, you know, be different, willing to, you know, make a difference and, you know, do something that's necessary. And I think the movie shows that in such a good way, because, you know, the world is filled with dreamers, and I don't think the people who do dream about things get enough chance to show it. And I think if you are inspired, if you want to, you know, be a dreamer, if you want to make a difference, I really highly suggest you check the movie out, because I felt extremely inspired when I watched it, and it made me want to, you know, go out and do something, make the world a better place kind of thing. And I have no idea how, because I'm just me, and that's a weird thing to say, but I think, you know, if you are that kind of person who likes those kind of good feel movies, and, you know, who likes to walk out of a movie theatre feeling happy and, you know, with sort of renewed energy, then I really think you should check the movie out, because I think it's amazing. So my last favourites are 3 books, and these are the 3 first books in the Heroes of Olympus series, and it's The Lost Hero, it's the first one, The Son of Neptune, and The Mark of Athena. I am reading the 4th one now, and I am loving it, but these 3 books are so good. I don't really know what to say about them. They follow 7 demigods, you know, on a quest to stop Gaia from rising and destroying Olympus and the world. And the stories in the book, because they're all individual books, and I was a bit sort of scared in the beginning because they were going to be told from, you know, 7 different perspectives, and each book is told by more than one person. It's sort of split up. So a couple of chapters is from Leo's perspective, which is a demigod, and some of it's from Percy's perspective. And I think it's, you know, it was a bit scary, but I think Rick has done such a good job at, you know, dividing them so that they all have sort of a personality that comes through. And I just think all of them, it goes so well together. I just love it. So the first book, The Lost Hero, follows 3 demigods, or 3 new demigods. It says on the back here, 3 new heroes, 1 missing demigod, a curse that threatens to destroy them all. And in this book you meet 3 new heroes. You meet Jason, you meet Leo, and you meet Piper. And you also meet Annabeth again from the Percy Jackson series, and I think it's just amazing. Because it's sort of, I love the Percy Jackson series and I love the whole universe with that, and I was so excited when I heard that Rick Riordan was going to come out with a new series from the same universe. And so, you know, I read this and it was a complete just amazingness. I fell in love instantly, and I don't really know what to say about the books, but yeah, this follows Leo, Jason and Piper on a quest to help, you know, stop the giants from rising and, you know, free Hera, or Juno, I think. She's both in this book. And I just think it's amazing because it has such a great writing. It's filled with so much sass. It's just brilliant. And if you like the Percy Jackson series, you will probably also love this one. The second one is called The Son of Neptune, and in this one you meet with Percy Jackson again, which is brilliant. But you're also introduced to 2 new heroes, and they are called Hazel and Frank. And this one, Percy, Hazel and Frank are sent to Alaska, or the land beyond the gods, to stop a giant, as well as to unleash death. And I just think it's so well written. There's so many twists and turns in this book, and it's just brilliant. And again, I don't really know what to say about these books because I can't talk about what happens in them without, I feel, spoiling. One particularly, I can't really say much what goes on in this book, or the second one if you haven't read the first one, because I don't want to destroy any of the content. But the third one is called The Mark of Athena, and this is a lot of Annabeth's story of going to find, or following the Mark of Athena to find a lost statue of her mum, which is Athena. And it's just brilliant because it's so well written and it's just amazing, and I don't know what to say. But I think if you liked Percy Jackson, then you're gonna love this series. And that was my May favourites. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye!